Okay, so let me have a little of your background, Joanna.
Oh, gosh. Well, I was born. And,
Yeah, very good. Good choice.
I guess I've been on what you would call a spiritual path for about 3 decades now.
Okay.
And the picture that you have in your hand, this Master Babaji that I connected with on the inner, actually we've known each other a long time.
Really?
But, in other dimensions. But that really helped to wake me up and helped me remember the things that I had learned in other lifetimes. And so I became a spiritual teacher, written a couple of books. I now have a business which brings beautiful pictures like this one of divine masters and Tibetan and Buddhist and Sufi and Hindu and Christian and all kinds of traditions, their pictures out into the world. So we have a big wholesale business now that's doing
wonderful,
very well. I've taught outrageous things that most people don't consider possibilities, such as the possibility of the ceasing of death and the ceasing of aging. Even though with our own bodies we have some effects of aging that are showing, but the body is actually part of divine energy, just like everything else. Mm-hmm. And it is possible for us to learn to embrace and experience that so deeply that actually we can start to reverse the death hormone which the pituitary has created in the past according to our own command that the body age and die. Our command means it's our belief.
Right.
That when we believe something absolutely and know it to be so within ourselves, then that is a command to life, to our bodies, to follow that program. And so in the past, the death hormone has been created by the pituitary, and this is something that we can actually learn how to stop and change and reverse.
I like that. What do I do with the pituitary? I got this pituitary up here. Tell me what I'm going to do with it.
Well, actually, I was leading a process with someone up on Mount Shasta who had just come to do a private time with me, and we were starting to do the rejuvenation, and I had never thought of this before, been given this before, but just all of a sudden there was this incredible light, and it was like a download from spirit, and it says, talk to the pituitary gland.
Yeah.
And so I sort of knew where it was, and so kind of located it, asked it to light up, and said, thank you that you have created aging and in this body in the past, because that's what I commanded you to do. Mm-hmm. And now I am choosing a different path, and I ask you to stop the death hormone and begin to create life hormones instead.
All right.
And I felt like my whole head had just opened up, and there was this sort of explosion in my body, and that was part of the process for me. It's taken a long time. It's been very hard emotionally to accept such a radical change as actual rejuvenation that can be seen.
Yes.
But my body has actually gained in energy in the past years, and I had a Tibetan Lama tell me a couple of years ago that my pulse was 30 years younger than my actual age. So that was there's some gentle sort of inner confirmations going on, but you can't see them much yet.
So what is your take on 2012?
Well, the Mayan elders from whom this the whole thing about 2012 as the end of time came from, say that over the millennia the calendars have gotten off, and so this year 2008 is actually 2012.
Yes.
And there are many, many prophecies from various Indian, Native American and Aboriginal groups. One of them said that when the stiff birds hit the mica buildings, that is the beginning of the earth changes. And of course that refers to 9/11, with the airplanes hitting the glass buildings that the Indians called mica because it's shiny stuff that looks like glass.
Right.
And Patty Cota-Robles has sent out an email recently that said when the comet increases in light 1,000,000 times, which just happened in the past few months.
Yes, that's right.
That's the last sign before the earth changes begin. So there are many, many directions from which this is coming. And we don't know what it's going to look like. I pray for the amelioration, the calming of things, so that it doesn't have to be really wild. But it does look like many people who live on the coasts may be in danger, with waters rising and various things happening. And it's just, we need to be prepared for change and to allow it to happen and to ride with it and always be with our spirit and always see what we're guided to do, where we're guided to go, how we're guided to be, and to allow these things to happen. I think all of us, all that we need to do is truly to look inside deeply into our hearts.
Right.
Again, as you mentioned, and into our spirit, into that still place, and ask and see what is right for us, and
right.
we'll be given that.
Absolutely,
it will be the right thing.
Well, and after earth changes, whatever they may be, then what?
Well, I believe we will be in a new earth. Yeah, the Eckhart Tolle.
Yeah.
The new earth, that we will truly be. I mean, how can you not get shaken up or changed with all kinds of amazing challenges that happen in life? And so we will be in a new consciousness, and we will be caretakers of the earth. We won't do things that pollute anymore,
right.
I believe. And we truly will all be guided from within our spirit, and we will be kind and loving toward ourselves and toward everyone else and toward nature. And it will truly be a new life. I believe this. And many, many, many teachers have spoken of this.
Okay, anything else that you'd like to add to our conversation?
Well, just basically that I have this beautiful Yogananda, calendar for the year, the self-realization calendar, and one of the recent ones said, "Arise from dreams of smallness, of littleness." And so I love to take on inspirational phrases, and so each of us is a truly vast being, a truly goddess being inside. And more this is becoming felt and becoming known. And we are not small beings, and we are not here just for our own little egos and our own little lives. We are here to give. We are here to become wise. We are here to do our very best to serve life and to assist the God self of each person to come forward, to help, to assist nature, to be a big brother or sister, to become a volunteer firefighter. In whatever ways we are guided to give to life, then that is our gift. That is important, and we are masters inside. And as we tune in more and more and meditate, which I know we both love to do,
yes.
and really tune into that great beingness that really knows everything inside, then that wisdom begins to expand and permeate and really guide our entire lives and guide this process of giving and serving all of life in whatever way we see to do it.
You have a couple books. Let's show the books.
All right.
Because I know
these are a set. That's the first, and this is the second. And the Living Mastery book is more the ideas, but also people's experiences of unlimitedness. And the Self-Initiations is the book of practices.
Oh, great.
So and these are available on the website, I believe, is being given on the site. And also through those, you can get to the pictures of the masters and
wonderful.
and find those out.